Hello everyone, welcome back to our Python beginner session. So, as a Python beginner session, this is the last session we are having to explain about set. So, set is one of the sequence in Python, sequence as we learned in our last or previous videos. That are string, list, dictionary. These are called sets basically. So if you haven't seen our previous videos, so there's a link in the description box of the playlist where you can find all the videos until now that has been uploaded. And please, if you like videos, press the like button and subscribe it to get the notification whenever I update my new video. So, set is also a variable that can store multiple values in a single variable that can hold multiple values of different data types like list, tuple. So, these are the same. But the thing is, when you define a set, you use curly braces and you write all the values within the curly braces, and the values are separated by comma like list and tuple. Set is an unordered collection, while list and tuple are ordered. Ordered means in the same sequence you define it, it will keep the same sequence. But in unordered collection, what happens? The way you define items inside a variable, it can change. So it when it change, you cannot index it, you cannot index those values because the order is not defined. The order can be changed. For example, if you run a print function, it the value you put inside a set can be in index 0 or can be in index 3, so it is not a defined order. That's why you cannot index it. Set also cannot hold duplicate values, like in the list. If you have the same value repetition, like if you are defining three times or four times or five times in the list, it can hold. But what set holds only unique values, so it doesn't hold duplicate values inside it. As I told you, because it is unordered collection, it cannot be changed. You cannot set an index and change the value inside. So once you have assigned a value to the set, you cannot change it. But you can remove item from it and you can add an item inside set, but you cannot change the value. So with it, set and with list, what is the difference is there? That list are ordered, set unordered collection of unique items. So that means list can carry duplicate items, set cannot. List you can index and slice, but set you cannot because it is unordered, so you cannot define an index value to it. Um, One set two, you can join two sets together. You can add value in the set, you can remove value from the set, but you cannot change once you have assigned a value to the set. So here is an example. Set you define with curly braces, as I told you before, and there can be any data type values in there. So it can carry multiple values and multiple data types as well. So if we print it here, it will give us all the data that what we have here. But as you can see, the index 0 what we define is 1, index 1 what we define is 2, index 3 what we define is 3.3. But when it's coming to print, it is not in the same sequence. That's why it is called unordered collection of items. Here you can see list. It has red, blue, yellow, red, green. So it's repeating same values. Red is here, blue is here, blue is here. There's one more time, red is here, red is here, red is here. So list can have duplicate items, but set cannot. As I told you, you can change a variable to list by using list method. The same way you can change a set by using set method. So there is set, and then in the parenthesis, if you define a variable, a sequence, a list, then it will be converted to the set. So if I print it now here, sorry, I didn't run this one. It is list. First I need to print this, and then if I run it, you can see the list has been converted to set. And as I told you, it carries only unique items. So whatever items here is repeating itself, it is taking only unique items, only one item, and it's removing all duplicate items inside. List contain many values with duplicate items, but as you can see here, set cannot. Here you can check set length by len function. You can check type of the variable if this is a set or a list by type function, as we have done before as well. You can add items in set by using add method. So if you write set, then dot add, and then within the parenthesis, if you write a value, that value should be, or that value is added in set. As I told you, it's unordered, so it's not necessary it will be added in the last or in the middle, because it will give you new index value, or it will be printed in different sequence all the time, different order in the all the time. Now you can also add value by using update method. So if we run it here, in this update method, what we did, we wrote set 2 and we are adding all the items that carry set 1. So we are adding a different set values in, so we are joining basically two sets together here, you can say. And it is not just the set you can add a list or any other sequence also in the set by using update method. For example, here we have list 2. There is a list that carries these numbers, and we are adding these list into the set by using update method. And when we print it, all the list values has been added to the set. So we can use update method to add a set or a list or a string or any sequence into set. With using intersection update, what happens? Intersection update uh, keeps only that has duplicate items. For example, if you are matching items, basically if you have two sets available and you want to see if both the sets carry same value, then you use intersection update, and then when you run it, it will give you only those items that both the set carries. So if you are comparing x with y, so if x has those items that is matching with y item, it will print x those items that is similar to the y item, y set. Symmetric difference update, what it will do, if it you try to match x set with y set, it will check if x has any items that y doesn't have. So it will print only those items that y doesn't have, that's not matching, that's not duplicate. So here you can see white and blue is the values that are not similar with x. So it is printing only those items that's not matching, that's not the same with the within both the sets. So you can join sets, as I told you, by update method you can join two sets together. So here is an example. By union also you can join two sets together. But here in update method, what happens? You can add values of set 2 in set 1. But with union method, you create a new set with which carries both the sets values inside this. So it doesn't join one set to another set, it joins two set in one set. So if you print it, all the items has been added in here. You can also remove items from set by using remove method and discard method. The only difference between remove and discard is that If the value is not exist in the list, oh sorry, in the set, then remove method will throw an error. Though discard doesn't throw an error. It will not say if the value is there or not. For example, in set 1, if I am running this, sorry, because I have, yeah, it's not giving any error because set 1 has been updated by set 2, so it has a value. So, for example, if I do, because I have run this, so there is no more blue here. So, if I repeat the same again, so let's see, oops. If I repeat the same again here, what it will do now, it will throw an error because here blue value has been removed from set 1. Now it is not there, so that's why it is throwing an error. The blue is doesn't exist. But if you use discard method, here you can see blue is not there, but it will also not give an error. So remove method, if the value doesn't exist, it throw an error. The discard doesn't. Here, as I told you, in set 2 also blue is there, so it doesn't give you an error. Discard red, it will also take out the value, but if the value doesn't exist, discard will not give you an error. You can remove item by pop method as well, but as we have learned earlier, generally pop method takes the value that exists in the end of the sequence. But here, as list set is an unordered sequence, so it will not, you don't know which item you are removing because it is not the last item. So what you can do, you can take the value in x, because pop method always saves, always keeps the value or gives in return the value that is being removed. So if you do set 2 dot pop, what it will do, whatever item is popped or removed, it will be saved in x variable. So if you check it here, which item has been removed, so it will say removed item is 1, and you can say in the set 1 has been removed. You can also loop through the set, so you know you cannot index it, so you cannot access the values from set like index 0 or index 1. So how you do it, you do it through loop. So for sequence we use for loop. For I in set 2, so it will print all the values that set consists. You can also check if a particular value exists in the set or not by using in operator. When you print it, it will give you an answer in true or false. Yes, true, because orange is there in the set. There are some methods that you can use with set sequence. Just go through it, and if there is any confusion, any doubt how to use it, or it's giving an error, you cannot find the result what you see in the description, just write in the comment box and I will give you some examples, so it becomes easier for you to understand what does that mean. In general also, if you have any comments like how you like the video or how I can improve my video in next time, please write in the comment box, and don't forget to press like button if you like it and subscribe it. Hope to see you next time. Keep learning, keep practicing, and I'll be posting my next video as an intermediate level now, so your beginner level is has been done. If you have any doubt or you want some exercises to practice, please write it in comment box and I'll provide you some exercises to practice your Python beginner classes, what you have learned so far. Yeah, see you then.